Hello and welcome to my channel. Yes, I am very pregnant, almost 33 weeks pregnant, and yeah, it's been keeping me pretty busy. We are reaching that home stretch, so yeah, we've been really busy trying to establish that routine, a schedule, in hopes of that when we do take that baby break, hopefully in early December, when it is time to transition back into lesson time, we're hoping it's not so difficult because of the established schedule. So we'll see. I will keep you guys updated on that. But for now, in today's video, I'm just going to share with you what's been working well for us, how our first quarter went, and it's a little bit all over the place, so I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to catch you guys up. Okay, so today is Friday. We don't have a whole lot on our schedule other than school, and our school days on Fridays are a little easier to get through. So I thought today was a perfect day to kind of just, share with you guys a little bit of what we have been working on, what's been working well for us and what hasn't. We have made a few changes. I think in the video where I shared with you my third graders curriculum, I kind of gave you guys a little update already because it took me so long to get that video out that we had already made a few changes, but we've made a few more. Well, I think like maybe just one bigger one. We have wrapped up our first quarter, I think 2 weeks ago. So we took a week off and we have gone ahead and started our second quarter. For spelling, we have switched my third grader over to this spelling for Minecrafters. We still love Evan Moore's building spelling skills, but I think it was just getting a little too boring or something. I don't know, but just switching it up to a different workbook like got him excited for spelling again. And we will be back to the Evan Moore one. This one, he's moving along pretty quickly through this one. We're not doing every single page. There's a few like writing activities which we haven't been doing because our writing curriculum is already, I think, dense enough. We don't need more, and I don't want to overwhelm my hesitant writer. Like, he already, writing is not his favorite, and I don't want to add more to his writing curriculum if I don't need to. So this one was just a little switcheroo for fun to get him excited about spelling again, and it's going well. Speaking of our writing curriculum, I mentioned we were using All Things Fun and Fascinating with my third grader. This has been working really well for us. We've been taking it slow. Each lesson takes about a week and a half or so, the pace that we've been moving along. I'm gonna briefly kind of share with you how we've been using this curriculum and how it kind of we've fitted into our schedule. So this I do owe to, oh my gosh, I just lost her name, but I will link her Instagram down below. She is a great resource if you are homeschooling. She has amazing ideas for novel studies, reading activities, math activities. She's great. So I will link her Instagram down below, but she shared how she used her All Things Fun and Fascinating by IEW, and I just mirrored that to give it a try, and it worked really well the first couple of weeks. So that's how we've been doing our writing curriculum. So on Mondays, we go through the vocabulary words. For each lesson, there's 3 vocabulary words. There's also activities and lessons and quizzes included for vocabulary if you want to do that, which we do. But on Monday, we go on and do our vocabulary practice. We review the ones that we've already learned, and we make flashcards for our new vocabulary words so we can practice them throughout the week. And then we get started with reading the passage for that week and then our outline. On Tuesday, he goes ahead and tells me all about the passage, but using his own words, using the outline. So not only is he using, the keywords, but he's also adding to it. And then we start to brainstorm elements of style, like the dress ups, and then we start our rough draft. Now, for the rough draft, we have been recording like voice memos because a lot of the times he's so excited and he just says what, he wants to write down, but then he forgets it. So we have been recording him just telling me back the story, the little passage, and then he can go ahead and press play and start writing. He will add more as he's writing if he comes up with more ideas. So this has really helped kind of take the pressure away from him about coming up with a whole story. Like, the story is already here and you just gotta dress it up. You just gotta add stuff to it. You gotta make it your own, add your own details, add your own adjectives, all that stuff. So it's been working really well. And then on Wednesdays, we continue our rough draft. We finish our rough draft. And Thursday, we proofread using the checklist that's on here also for, for the final draft. So we make sure that it includes everything that's on there. So he can get all his points. And then on Friday, he has been working on typing. He still needs my help for some of it. He goes ahead and types his final draft and adds a picture to it, and that's it. Now, sometimes a rough draft or there's more activities in between the dress ups, and then there's like extra credit stuff in there. Sometimes it does stretch out to maybe a week and a half, but this has been a winner. I am really excited to get through this. So yeah, that's that. For geography, I mentioned that our 180 days of geography workbook was kind of a bust. I was a little disappointed, very disappointed in like how it was executed, I feel. But it just didn't work for us, like the way that we like to learn and teach. For example, so the first, I think like the fourth week, we had to talk about landforms. Like, it was about landforms, but it was specifically only about mountains. It was very specific to, just one type of landform, mountains. So I don't know, it didn't work well for us. So instead of just talking about mountains, I printed out a mini unit on landforms. So then we just spent the week talking about all the different landforms and how they are formed, was it different, all that. And it was just, we wrapped up like, I think 4 or 5 weeks, because it was kind of spread out. Week 4 was about mountains, landforms, mountains. And then like week 8 was about volcanoes. And then week 10 was about rivers, or something like that. So instead of just kind of spreading them apart, we did it all together. So yeah, that curriculum just kind of went out the window, and we are kind of following our own. And then the next thing after landforms was ecosystems. And so we started talking about ecosystems and biomes, and we are diving all into that. The last couple of weeks we've been doing biomes, and then I also got a mini unit from Teachers Pay Teachers, where we are doing our own little animal project here. So it's just gonna have like science and geography and language arts. We are doing not only practicing how to research, but also nonfiction text features. And we're also going to be doing like an advertisement on the animal, like pretending we're opening a zoo. And so we're going to be talking about advertising techniques and things like that, how to organize your research, all that fun stuff. So the boys actually got really excited about that one. Diego is joining in on that one, my kindergartner, and each one picked out their animal that they want to research. So we've been doing that, and I will link the what is it, the mini unit on the soup project thing here, so you guys can check it out. For the last thing, this is all for my 3rd grader, by the way. For math, we are still using Math Mammoth. We are starting chapter 3, which is all about multi-digit multiplication. So for the last few weeks, we have really buckled down and been practicing our multiplication tables because I want him to, you know, have those down for that when we start this chapter, which we just started this week, it's going to be easier for him because he's already going to have all the other ones, you know, memorized. So I do have a few things that I shared. I actually just uploaded this on our Etsy shop. I have all my little cards here, but so the way this one works, I have one for each times table. And then I have my little cards here. See, 4, and it's 0 to 12. The 0 and 1 shows up only one time because I think, you know, those are the easier ones. But every other number shows up twice so that they can practice their times tables. So we stack them up, and what's 12 times 10, and he has to find the answer. And then next, 12 times 5, he has to find the answer. I like to use a dry erase marker, but you can also use like little mini erasers or things to just cover. I did laminate them so he can use the dry erase marker. So I have this one here, which I need to laminate, but we have been practicing again, putting one number here, one number here, and then him just drawing the array. And then this one is just kind of like, go ahead and do it until you fill it all up. And then I also have some memory games because we want to make it, you know, a little fun. So I have these, the 5 times table, and we just kind of turn it around, flip it around, and you got to find the matching product. Oh, and the multiplication little wheels. That's all included in a little bundle on our Etsy shop. It's available now. I will link it down below for you guys so you guys can check it out. But yeah, like we've been really focusing on our times tables to get that done, have him prepared for this next chapter where multiplication is gonna start getting a little, you know, a little tougher. For my kindergartner, the biggest thing that we have changed is I've taken it slow with the Logic of English curriculum that we were going to be using. We were going to be using Foundations B. We are holding off on it a little bit, and we are back with the phonics practice with Explode the Code. He's actually really enjoying it now. We had stopped using it and we are back with it. A lot of like CVC words and rhyming words to really set that strengthen that foundation, and then we will hopefully jump in to Logic of English during our second semester. And for math, we are still using Math Mammoth. I don't know how I'm liking Math Mammoth. With my older child, I used master books and it worked really well. I feel like Math Mammoth for grade, we're using Math Mammoth grade 1. I think it's like too repetitive, too much, like it's like a bit of an overkill. Like it's so much addition practice. Like the first book, it's mostly addition practice. And it's just like, he's over it. He's like, I get this. So we've skipped through a few lessons and moved on, and we're kind of going back and forth just to review, and then we go to a different lesson. But I don't know if I'm going to stick with Math Mammoth. I really like Math Mammoth for my 3rd grader. He is using level 4. And my kindergartner is using level 1, but I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I know he's not a big fan. So I've been kind of just taking a little bit from it and then using the resources online for it, and then using the resources that are listed for us online. But we are kind of taking our math lessons off the page for, you know, because he's kind of like over that one. So yeah, I'm like on the verge of just like, you know what, I'm over this one too. That is how our school has been going. That's what's been going working well for us for this first quarter. I don't know, second quarter seems a little, I don't know if we're gonna get through second quarter without any interruptions. The baby prep is about to, you know, go on full force, reaching that home stretch. So yeah, we're excited. So I'm sorry for the lack of updates, lack of videos, but we've been busy over here. So that is my little life update and school update. For now, I am looking forward to sharing a lot more from our homeschool, like our schedule and, you know, more of our routine and stuff like that. So I hope you do stick around and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one.